It's July 6th, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a circus transformed into an inferno, a boy who survived the impossible, and the first time humanity captured the whisper of the human brain. Let's begin. On July 6, 1944, thousands of people crowded under the Big Top in Hartford, Connecticut, expecting an afternoon of wonder. Instead, they walked into one of the deadliest circus disasters in American history. The Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey Circus was performing before a packed crowd, many of them women and children. Above them stretched a massive canvas tent, waterproof with paraffin wax and gasoline, a common method at the time, but it turned the Big Top into a waiting fuse. During the show, a small flame appeared alongside the tent. At first, people thought it was part of the act, but then the band suddenly began playing The Stars and Stripes Forever, the circus signal for disaster. Within minutes, the fire raced across the roof, burning wax dripped down and smoke filled the air. Some exits were blocked and the panic surged through the crowd. People climbed, jumped, and crawled through the canvas to escape, but many never made it out. At least 167 people died and more than 700 were injured. The cause of the fire was never truly solved, and forever after, Hartford remembered it as the day the circus became a nightmare. On June 6, 1885, a 9-year-old boy named Joseph Meister was brought to Louis Pasteur in a desperate condition. He had been badly mauled by a rabid dog, and in the 1800s, that meant only one thing: death. Rabies is one of the most feared diseases on Earth. Once symptoms appeared, there was almost no hope. The victim would suffer, decline, and die. But Pasteur had been working on something terrifying and unproven: a vaccine made from a weakened rabies virus, taken from an infected rabbit's spinal cord. But there was one problem: he was not a licensed physician. If he did nothing, the boy would almost certainly die, and if he tried to treat it and failed, he could be blamed for killing him. So Pasteur took the risk. For 13 days, Joseph received injection after injection. Everyone waited, and days passed. No rabies appeared, and the boy survived. On that July day, the desperate gamble to save one child's life opened a door for modern immunology. On July 6, 1924, inside a hospital in Jena, Germany, a psychiatrist named Hans Berger listened to something no one had truly heard before: the living human brain. Berger believed that the mind might leave behind a physical trace: hidden electric signals pulsing beneath the skull. Many scientists thought the idea sounded impossible, but he kept searching. Using electrodes placed on the scalp, a sensitive machine called a string galvanometer, he connected his equipment to a 17-year-old patient during a surgical procedure. Then he waited. At first, there was only uncertainty. Then, across the reading, tiny rhythmic waves appeared. The brain was speaking in electricity. He had captured the first human brain waves and discovered what would eventually lead to the EEG. But at the time, few believed him, and he kept his findings quiet for years, studying the mysterious patterns he later called alpha and beta waves. What began as one man's strange obsession became one of the most important tools in modern neurology today. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next eerie dose is just a day away.